Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here. Welcome to 60 and Me. This is the place where women over 60 come to be inspired. My guest today is Lisa Copeland. Lisa is a dating coach and she works exclusively with women over 50. She's been on our show many times talking about how to find a quality man, and I'm so happy to have you back with us, Lisa. Welcome.
I'm so happy to be here, Margaret. Thank you for having me.
You are always you show great insight into this whole process of dating after 50. And as you know, we've got women in our community over 60 years of age, and we would really like to know how to get love back in our life after 60. So what advice have you got for us? Simple question, just asking. How do you find love after 60?
I'd say most people start with saying, oh, I need to get a profile together and go online. But I would back it up a little bit more. And I would say, number one, you want to have confidence about yourself so that you're coming from self-love and empowerment. And you also want to have a really clear vision of the man that you want. And an understanding of men at this age. Yeah. A lot of us don't really understand how men have changed. We've changed and they've changed too. Yeah. Now, once you've done those three things, and you can, you have four ways to meet men. You can meet them online. You can meet them in real life. You can meet them through a matchmaker. And you can meet them through what I call dating fairy godmothers. And those are friends.
Yeah.
I think they're much better at fixing men up than women sometimes, but it happens. And you really want to use at least two of them. A lot of women rely on online dating. Online dating is tough. It is a very tough venue because people make snap decisions about who you are based on your picture.
Yeah, that's so hard. And a lot of people are not that photogenic. And I think women are super sensitive about their appearance as they start to age a bit and these little wrinkles start appearing. So yeah, I agree. It's tough.
It's hard. But if you have that glow inside, that is really what shows up. We think it's just our faces that show up, but it's really how we feel inside that shows up. So if you're not photogenic, I've had clients tell me, I'm not photogenic, I'm not doing this. And they go to meet men in real life where you get to see what's real. Yeah, you get to see someone's personality and what they truly look like. But if you're going to go online, you absolutely have to have a great picture. And this is huge. I mean, I've seen women post pictures with dogs and cats and grandchildren. And you want pictures of just you. And you really want to show up your best asset. So in a full-length picture, if it's your waist, show it off. You know, whatever it is. Yeah. And your smile is one of the biggest things men are attracted to. Mm. So you want a close up and a far away, and you really want to smile. Your smile, men love women's smiles. Yeah. I mean, when I was dating, that was the biggest thing I would hear. Yeah. I love your smile because it makes you come across as warm.
You know, it's really interesting, just to stop and interrupt you for a second, just as an aside, is that we had an article once that one of our bloggers, Lisa Dunkel, wrote about selfies. And we were both so shocked by the replies that people just hate their pictures. They hate taking pictures. They hate having their pictures taken. And I think, like you said at the very beginning, that we don't start with the guy, we start with ourselves. And until you can look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, hi, girlfriend, you look okay. You're doing great. You know, that until you can say that, it's really hard to go online, isn't it?
Yes, it can be. But I will share with you something about pictures that's really, really important. And that is, at our age, we need flash. I am so crazy about pictures that my kids take, and I'll say, put the flash on. I'm fine looking in the mirror and saying, oh, yeah, there I am. But in a picture, because the light doesn't come into our eyes, it actually hoods our eyes. We need the pop of flash. We really, really do, to make our eyes sparkle, because you don't see that in human life. You don't see it in the mirror, but you do see it in a picture.
Yeah, it's really true. And we actually did a video with Ariane Poole, who's our makeup artist here, and she and I talked about makeup for Skype calls or for online dating or anywhere. And you've got to play a bit with the lighting, and you've got to use highlighting, or don't have to, but you can use different makeup techniques to make the picture sparkle a bit.
Yeah, but especially flash. And don't let your kids
Okay,
tell you,
flash
oh,
is
you look natural. My daughter said, you look so pale in that picture. I said, I look so much better in that picture.
I
And the woman
glow from the inside. Okay, so online dating, obviously a tough world because men are tend to, at least they're seen to be looking for younger women. It's a tough competitive environment.
But okay, men say they want to look for someone who's younger, but men look at women's pictures and they look at women's pictures of all
Yeah.
ages. And this is why a fantastic picture is so important. I mean, don't use some shot of you that's somewhat blurry, where you're about this big in the picture.
Yeah.
You need a good close up and you need a good far away. And if you have some interests you like doing, throw those in too. But those two are the most important. And don't hide what you look like, because a lot of women who are a little heavier on the bottom will just give a picture from here
Just
up.
crop it.
And if I show up, he'll and he gets to know my personality, he'll like me. Well, that's true if you go meet men in real life. But a man, remember, we all make stories about who people are based on pictures. And when you show up looking totally different, he thinks you lied. Just like when men show up looking totally different, are they really different, or do we tell ourselves a
Yeah,
story of
I
who we
agree.
thought they were based on pictures and
Yeah.
profile?
I totally agree. So online dating though is a great way to get out, to look, to check out who's out there because you can't walk around a big city, and people they tend to be moving so fast. So online dating is a good way to scale your search. But what about going out in the real world? What's your advice there?
So one of the greatest things you can do is to make a list of 26 places in your area, because we think no men are not around. So men are everywhere. They really are everywhere. People have met people in the grocery store. They've met them in the Whole Foods. They've met them taking hikes. You never know. So if you write out a list using the alphabet of 26 places, something for each letter.
That's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, it gives you something every day to go, a place to go every day. And then smile. The biggest thing is when we're in public, we don't realize what we look like. I must naturally smile because people always smile at me.
But
And
you've got a great smile. You really are. You beamy. You're beamy.
uh, thank you. But I must somehow smile even with my mouth closed. Where most people walk around like,
I know.
and that is not inviting. You want to smile. Make eye contact. Just smile at the guy and make eye contact. Ask a question. Or give the guy a compliment and then put a question behind it. And never attach to who someone is and how it's going to come out.
Yeah.
Just look at it as a game of meeting new and interesting men, and you're not going to get hurt the same way.
And you're going to make someone's day. It's so funny. The other week I was in a little shop where you can buy just groceries and things. And I walked up and I ordered a coffee. And I looked at this guy and he had the most beautiful eyes. I mean, seriously, he was a young guy, but I just said, you have the most incredible eyes. And he looked down and I said, but you knew that, didn't you? And he goes, yeah. Because he did. I mean, there was no doubt. The guy looked in the mirror. He saw his eyes. But it was, but you've got to practice like that. Like he was only like 18 or something, but he was just such a cute person. I thought, I need to tell him he's got great eyes. And it's that kind of thing. Just practice on someone that you.
It is. It's just
where it's true.
We think it should just happen out of nowhere. We were not born knowing how to date, and we're the first generation that's really had to date at this age where a lot of us, we're like a path seeker. Hopefully our children will be different. And they don't do that.
So you got the list, A to Z. You got 26 places to go. You got a full month of activity and just have a conversation in every place, right?
Yeah. And just be open to the possibilities. But the cool thing about meeting men in real life is you really see who they are. You're not able to make up these crazy stories based on a guy in a profile.
Yeah.
It's very easy online to get into a fake relationship before you're really in a relationship because you talk too much or email too much. And it's important to meet someone within 2 weeks of initial contact.
Okay. So those are the two. And then of course, matchmakers are people that you would hire, I guess, to have a list of people that want to meet women like you, and you just You count on someone else's judgment based on your values, your preferences. Imagine that's expensive.
Yes. So a lot of women do not like matchmakers. They think that they make terrible matches. And a lot of that goes back to having a clear vision of the man you want that's going to make you happy. Not the guy you're going to have chemistry with, but who's really going to make you long-term happy. So they'll pay this money and they'll get so mad because they meet these men and they have no chemistry with them. And that's because they're basing everything on that one thing. Yeah. So they get aggravated with matchmakers. But matchmakers can help you meet men that you might not meet online or might not have access to in the real world.
Or maybe if I've never had a matchmaker, in my life, but I mean, I suppose that they might push you towards a situation that you go ahead and do that and give you, like you do, give you encouragement. I guess in a way you're a matchmaker of sorts, but not with specific, people.
I help women.
No, I mean,
women match themselves internally to who they want. I don't match them with real men. But I help them get a clear vision of.
That's what I meant. Clear vision.
Yes. And it makes a big difference. When you put this down on paper, it's like an order to the universe of this is who I want. And they start showing up. It's like, it's like magic. I swear, I love it.
Where did you meet your last guy? The one that you're with now?
So, I've had relationships from men online, and my last relationship, when it ended, I always take time to heal, and which is important for everyone to do, by the way. Then I have a friend here where I live who's a matchmaker, and I decided women ask me about matchmakers all the time.
Try it. Yeah.
I guess I better try this, and we actually did meet that way. But I will tell you, I did not have instant chemistry. I thought he was cute. As I got to know him, I realized he had everything on my quality man template of what I wanted. It wasn't until 4 months that chemistry kicked in. Yeah. But we had a great friendship that we built in that time. Yeah. And I'd say it's the best relationship of my life. It's not because of the matchmaker, and it's because I knew what to do. I knew to stay with it.
And this is what you do so well. And what I want to remind women that are watching this is that Lisa is a professional at this. I mean, we chat about things and we laugh and giggle, but she's downright serious about this. And if you go to her website, findaqualityman.com, there's all kinds of tools and resources that you can use to really answer that question, how to find love in your life after 60. It's not a big mystery. There's a formula. You've got some great tools like you described. And I think it would work. So have a go.
Yeah.
Lisa, you are amazing. If you had a group of women, like say you've got like 10,000 people in front of you right now, you're in an audience of older women, 60-year-old women, and there they are. They've been listening to you talk about how to find love in their lives. Half of them really don't care that much because they've kind of given up. They've shut off, but half of them are like, okay, I'm going to go for it. What would your advice be to them?
The first step is really make sure that you feel good about yourself. And no matter what age you are, and believe me, I have my issues too. The pictures, I look in the mirror and I go, oh, another wrinkle. I mean, we all do that. But we're way more than our wrinkles and our pictures. And really get back in touch with what you have to offer in a relationship and what your greatest things about you are. And that's the start of getting into dating. And you're right. It is a formula in many ways. And women skip steps. And that's what gets them frustrated. And that's what gets them staying alone.
Yeah. Look, we've got nothing to lose, right? I mean, there's lots to be gained. We did a video earlier about, just the things that are missing when you don't have a man in your life at any level, not just a sexual thing, but, just a friend. There's a lot of really great, that comes out of having male energy around you. So what have we got to lose?
That's right.
Thank you, Lisa. As always, it's just great to talk with you. And we'll look forward to the comments. Leave some comments for Lisa. Give us some feedback on what you would like to know. What's maybe the things and the fears that are holding you back. She's here to help. Thank you, Lisa.
Thanks, Margaret. And you look great.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Take care. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our 60andMe YouTube channel and also visit our website. We are a strong and dynamic community of women over 60. We're challenging aging stereotypes, and every day we share fascinating stories, interesting questions, and great conversation.